Thank you very much, Josh, Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences. I also greet Ras very much as the Chairman of the Department of Biology. And I want to say that we, the Jacques Center that I represent, are not the only organizers, but it is co-organized by the Department of Life Sciences. So don't blame me for everything that goes wrong. That goes right. Yeah, anyhow, also on behalf of our center, I would like to welcome you all to our symposium on AI and big data in the life sciences and in medicine. And it was planned, the symposium was planned to take place half a year ago and also include international speakers. But that was shortly before October the 7th. And so we had to postpone it several times, and it didn't work out also then. And in the end, we stayed without international speakers. But I am happy that we succeeded in holding the symposium today, even though without international speakers. And we have several sessions, as you could see on the program: structural biology, genomics, organism biology, ecology and evolution. Since I am here also representing ethicists, I'm not an ethicist, but I try to include some aspects, because I couldn't find anybody who would do that in this period of time. Anyhow, so I asked first, what does ChatGPT itself say about the role of AI in the sciences? And many things, and I quote just a selection, but a typical selection. AI helps scientists analyze large data sets quickly and efficiently. AI aids in virtual screening of potential drug candidates. It helps monitor environmental factors. It also contributes to simulations and modeling in areas like particle physics. It can help researchers understand public opinions in sociology. It helps in understanding anaerobic biology, in understanding complex biological systems, predicting protein structures, analyzing DNA sequences, and modeling genetic interactions. Overall, AI contributes to accelerating scientific progress by handling complex tasks. The verbs, such as helps, contributes to, aids, and accelerates indicate that AI does not seem to lead to revolutionary discoveries or inventions by itself. So why do some of AI's pioneers and early protagonists warn so urgently against potential dangers caused by AI? For example, Jeffrey Hinton, who contributed to the development of artificial neural networks that are behind chatbots, left Google warning the programs might destroy humanity. Strong words. Elon Musk calls AI one of the greatest threats of humanity, and he and Steve Wozniak demand a moratorium, though at the same time Musk developed GPT, an AI startup that wants to compete with OpenAI. The OpenAI founder then fired and then re-employed Sam Altman, compared AI with the atomic bomb. So what is the purpose of these warnings? According to the ethicist Sachs and Schwartz last month, warnings about the future of AI can be a distraction from concrete problems, for example, regarding copyright, intellectual property, and personal rights. There's a debate with one of the actresses, Scarlett something, who complains that they stole her voice. The comparisons with the atomic bomb are also part, so the ethicists say, they are also part of the marketing to show that AI is able to develop extremely progressive technologies that can be used for better or worse. Media hypes, apocalyptic visions, and warnings were launched against many new scientific developments. The discovery of DNA recombination by Paul Berg, who succeeded in inserting bacterial DNA into a DNA of a virus, SV40, and subsequently cloned the new DNA molecule, was seen by the media, I quote, in somewhat apocalyptic terms. That is a quote from Judea Pearl. It led to the conference in Asilomar in California in 1975, where the participants proposed many safety practices in research on recombinant DNA that have been valid until today, slightly modified. Many scientists also called for a moratorium on certain DNA recombination. Many years later, when I was first a biologist, studied biology, I learned that microbiologists at the time, in the 1970s, ridiculed the molecular biologists' fears because they knew that the new molecules or entities would not survive outside the lab. But the situation is very different with AI. The Asilomar conference served as a model for the Future of Life Institute to convene a similar conference in 2017 on AI and to propose 23 Asilomar principles, Asilomar AI principles they call it, for future research on beneficial AI. They are one of the most influential sets of AI governance principles, such as one, the goal of AI research should be to create not undirected intelligence but beneficial intelligence. Second, investments in AI should be accompanied by funding for research on insurance its beneficial use, which is a little bit reminiscent of the Human Genome Project, which was which had a compulsory ethics department. Ethical concerns also include algorithmic bias, environmental costs, public misunderstandings of the capability of AI, exploitative labor practices, errors and hallucinations, and irreproducibility. Individuals who use AI tools to overcome their own cognitive limitations may be prone to the illusion that they understand more than they actually do. Some scientists emphasize that it is not the technology itself that causes dangers, but human beings. Thus, Ralph Otte, professor of industrial automatization and AI in South Germany, holds that it does not, I quote, that it does not make sense to protect GPT or impose a moratorium. We don't have to protect ourselves against AI, but against human beings who want to produce or uninformedly use this technology. The machines don't have a will. He also makes it clear that feelings are not possible in machines, something that is important for decision makers. Otherwise, politicians might plan some sort of personality rights for AI systems, something that has been discussed at the European Parliament recently. And this would please, he said, this would please the producers because in the long run there would be released from product liability. As a co-editor of a special focus of a journal, I was recently infuriated when the journal robotically assigned reviewers to submitted articles using an AI algorithm based on keywords. And they chose a completely inappropriate reviewer. And this is indeed an abuse of this, I think, abuse of this technology. The uninformed use of AI in the sciences is a great problem. I think maybe the greatest. I remember a meeting where Ras and his colleagues discussed AI in structural biology, suggesting that perhaps they can soon close down their labs because the problems of molecular structures will be solved by AI alone. And then someone showed us pictures generated by AI that looked completely impossible for anyone who understood the subject. And this picture we used as on the poster for this conference, and it shows, just as Ras again, two proteins. I mean, it was predicted that two proteins pass through a benzene ring, and that even as a chemical lay person is yes, it's completely impossible. Anyhow, this was a prediction. So one simply needs, it is crucially important to know where and how AI can be used and trusted and where the limits are. Do you have some minutes?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to go back, since I'm a historian of science, go back to the 1920s, when two German chemists, Wieland and Windaus, were awarded the Nobel Prize in chemistry for research on the structure of sterols, for example, cholesterol and derivatives. Based on experimental data alone, they proposed structures with 3 hydrocarbon rings and not the correct number of 4. They corrected the mistakes later on, pointing out that already from the very beginning, the four ring structures seemed to make more natural, to seem more natural and appropriate to the chemical cells. And this shows that experimental results, or when we now talk about AI, data, should not be followed blindly, but should be doubted until further evidence and sometimes also intuition confirm the results. The organic chemist and Nobel laureate Elias Corey said 1990, the synthetic chemist is more than a logician and strategist. He is an explorer, strongly influenced to speculate and even to create. These elements provide a touch of artistry, which can hardly be included in the cataloguing of the basic principles of synthesis, but they are very real and extremely important. And I hope this will not get forgotten when AI plays such an important role, which it certainly will do in the future. So I am very happy that so many colleagues from a variety of different biomedical fields came from all Israeli universities. And I'm not sure you can hear me, but I welcome also Bernhard Sabel from Germany, who will speak to us on Zoom later on. I thank the organizing committee, Anat and Svi, Esti Jäger-Loten, Ofer Ovadia, Raz Harilat, and Deichmann for their great work in putting the sessions together. I particularly thank my collaborators from the Jacques Loeb Center, Sophie Kohler, here, and Lili she's outside, yeah. Who did the technical administration, for example, flyers and cookies. And Michael Sidorov, who provides us with technical support during the meeting. I think Sophie and Desiree did really a great work, and I want to really congratulate. So I also thank Daniel Lachish, who is sitting there, who agreed to film the event so that we can send it to colleagues abroad who are very interested, like Edwina, and cannot come. I think this will not be our last discussion about AI in the sciences, and I do hope that one day we will have international guests again. Thank you.
Thank you, Nita. Before inviting Professor Azami Brach